Check. We got a new microphone. Also, I think these are all Tori's clothes or somebody who was at the challenge retreat that we're going to talk about today. Welcome to the Meathead Hippie podcast. I am Emily, and today we are talking about part 2, how to heal with more than just the physical parts that we have access to. Food, nutrition, movement, all of those things, which was part 1 of my Meathead Hippie podcast return. Today is part 2 because I'm just thrilled, you guys. Look at this. The amount I'm moving, I almost dropped down into a handstand. That's how much that I felt so good. So my body is healing. 5 weeks ago, I had 5 spinal compression fractures. I laid on my back thinking, oh my God, I'm going to have to cancel the retreat. And then I was like, no, I'm not. I'm going to heal this. And with the help of a lot of different healers, my own healing process and sound and energetics, your girl felt the best she has ever felt by the end of this retreat. Let me back up a little bit. My name is Emily Schramm. I am a teacher and a creator, an entrepreneur. I'm a Capricorn sun, an Aries rising, a Cancer moon. I love helping people heal from the inside out. Most of my life has been teaching people about how to heal through food and movement. And this injury has taken it to a whole other level where now I am understanding that we are so supported by the divine. And energy is so real. And I just had this visual after my spinal compression fractures that made me feel shorter, that I needed to be like a giraffe. So I just kept visualizing a giraffe, and I went down every rabbit hole of energy healing, and already am Reiki certified, so I've been doing Reiki, but it pushed me to like practice this. Don't just think about it or do it occasionally, like use your hands. You're a healer. So there was just this activation that happened through this injury because there was no way I was going to cancel this event that I have been so excited about. So one of these ideas that I've had is the challenge retreat. This was our first season, season 1. Season 1 was all women, so powerful, more profound than I could even imagine. It was this powerful activation of what happens when you push yourself and you put yourself in those really challenging situations, which is why I did it, because I have done the challenge. And that's what I love about the challenge, is how it physically pushes me. It makes me feel, oh shit, I'm nervous, I'm scared, I'm frustrated, I'm mad, I'm excited, I'm proud, all of the emotions within milliseconds of each other. And then from that, to have a container on this beautiful ranch in Northern California, which I'm a little north of right now. I'm at Sea Ranch. I needed the sea. We just built this beautiful place of openness and vulnerability and healing. And we don't just go through these retreats because we need to heal. Yes, there's a lot of things we need to heal. And honestly, the retreat, the cacao ceremony that we did on Saturday night turned into dance party, ended up being what I think was the most healing for my heart, because there was so much emotion that I had to get out, so much crying that I had to get out. And when we have safe spaces and connection with people that you are able to do that, you transform. You just absolutely transform. So every single person, the facilitators, Kellyanne, Tori, myself, all of my best friends, and the 40 women who came to the event, we had some sort of transformation. And the transformation I'm most proud of, I have to give a shout out to my girl, Rachel, who on day 2 hurt herself. I mean, this is the thing, like this was really scary because she, of course, is just doing the best she can. All of us are just nervous, doing the best we can, and something will happen to us potentially that changes our life, like my injury. And she had this really, really intense injury that she's still dealing with from something small, but it doesn't matter. It was big. And I'm so proud of her for how she's handling this. So shout out to Rachel. I love you, girl. I've been just sending so much Reiki her way, but the way that she's navigating injury, and maybe that's the core of what I want to talk about, is that injuries are messengers, and we cannot be victims to our injury. And if I use my back injury as a way to hide from life or use it as a sign that I wasn't supposed to continue doing the challenge retreat, or I just chose to let it rule my energy, it would have. I would have given my power away to this injury. But instead, I'm saying, no, this injury is mine to understand. It's mine to heal. It's mine to take into consideration that it's physical, yes, but it's spiritual. There's something much bigger here that it's teaching me. It's a teacher. And when I change that perspective, everything changes. So today I just want to share about the healing modalities that have been crucial to the fact that I am able to almost do a handstand 5 weeks after these compression breaks. I mean, this just feels like a miracle. I really do want you to watch part 1, which you can listen to or watch on YouTube or Meathead Hippie. But during the retreat, when I was having any sort of issue, I could feel myself start to compress. Go, runner, go. I would put these tuning forks right on my sternum, and I would feel it radiate. And there's kinds that I like that are a little bit better than this, that are medical grade, that they hold the vibration a little bit longer. But if I just listen to this, you can feel some shifts right away. And I'm going to give you an example. I was laying there and I was in pain. This is before the retreat. And I had someone do this on me. Sometimes it's easier when you have someone do it to you because you can fully receive. And I had them put it right on my sternum. And as soon as they did it, let me just show you. I'm not being dramatic. This is what was happening. I was kind of like compressed, right? This goes on my body. And it was, it popped. And then I had a little toot. And of course I laughed because it was just like, what? This little thing of sound can align you? And it's like, yes, sound has been the most ancient healing teacher of all time. It shifts our vibration. This is how whales talk. This is how dolphins talk. And us humans, we just think because we can't hear it or because it's not loud or because it's not super fast that it's not effective. Let me just play you this. This has been around for so long. And instantly, when we breathe with it, it's undeniable that it shifts something. So if we're looking at changing pain, if we're looking at changing our vibration, if we're looking at changing our external world, we can always start with our own energy. And this is something really, really inexpensive you can buy. And it's amazing when you take it out into nature. If you want the external mirror of how it's helping, nature responds fast to this. Water responds fast to this. If you looked at water under a microscope, the way it would look before and after this is totally different. When I look at just the place I'm in, if I'm sitting in it and I'm doing this, and the birds, the wind, everything starts to respond. There's a lot of different frequencies of tuning forks. My beautiful friend Jared gave this to me when he first found out about my injury. And the lower frequency ones, this is the ones Cookie likes, my horse that I caretake, Cookie, she'll choose lower frequency, like 174 or 214 or 396. Princessa likes the high frequency ones, but that's because Cookie is dealing with a lot more pain. She's pregnant, she has some hip issues, some imbalances. The lower frequencies, so 174, it's much different, longer. This is the one specifically for pain. And I literally would drive everywhere with this. I feel like I'm almost clear. I still carry them with me. I put them a lot more on my cervical spine than anything else because I do feel that the bone has healed on my thoracic spine. But this has been really profound for any instant pain relief. And I was holding this when I found Griot, the third horse that I caretake, Princessa Cookie Griot. He was laying in the field moaning, and I'm pretty sure that he had colic, and I had no idea what to do. And I said, Jaylene, grab my tuning fork. This is the day after I used the tuning fork on me with the adjustment in the toot. She runs and grabs this one, and I put it right on his stomach, right where I could tell because he told me. I said, Griot, is it your stomach? And I said, what? Show me where it hurts. And he took his head and hit this area on his gut. So I put this right on the spot that he told me, and his stomach goes, and then he passes gas, and then he pops up. It was like just like me, this adjustment. And horses are really sensitive to this. This is actually almost too much for them. That I've really learned, wow, I'm giving them too much because they feel everything. So for us, even though we don't really expect it to be a lot, we have to trust that it is. It's really working. And it's really, really profound when you really just dive into what sound can do. First, I want to say thank you to Maui Nui. Maui Nui sent us amazing, amazing product for our Challenger Retreat swag bags, but also for me. I am a meathead hippie, but I am very, very picky with my meat. And I'm actually becoming more of like a vegan who really cares about the meat, like or maybe vegetarian's a better way because I love ghee, but venison is one of the meats that I really, really appreciate eating. And Maui Nui makes these venison sticks from Maui because Maui has a venison problem. There's no predator to take out the venison. There's no coyotes or wolves or snakes. So they just procreate and take over. And instead of them just getting eliminated, they're getting processed. And to get processed in a way that is so sustainable and supportive and wild harvested with no crap in the product. The end product has nothing but goodness: red pepper, water, spices, garlic powder, non-GMO cultured celery powder, non-GMO cherry powder. It's 10 grams of protein per stick. These are incredible little snacks to have. So thank you, Maui Nui, for being a partner and for doing the work you're doing. And I can't wait to visit you in Maui. Take a look at this. I'll link my link below in the bio for a little discount code. Is there anything else I need to say about these? I mean, there's so many different frequencies for each thing. You can really lean into what is best for you or what you're looking for. There's so many different types and colors. There's chakras, so each chakra has a frequency. So let's say you're specifically looking for your root chakra or your crown chakra or your heart chakra, which is right here, the green one, 639. For me, that's my biggest focus, is because my injury was in the heart chakra. All of us need our heart to open. There's so many different frequencies for different things, but I will say that I kind of feel like all of it has a message. So just go through a different variety of charts or Google searches to find out which frequency might be best for you, yet don't overthink it. Sometimes I would pendulum which one to use, because I had no idea. And pendulum is just, let's say you're taking something like this. Usually it's actually weighted at the bottom. And I would say, okay, I have two options. First I ask permission. Do I have permission? And it says no. Okay, so I'm not going to ask this. But you would, if I got permission, I would say, is it this one? Is it this one? That's one way to do it. And there's so many different varieties of things and resources about sound healing. But when someone says, how are you pain-free after 5 weeks of a really most intense injury of my life, I would say sound healing. Beluga medicine, if you've taken my bird quiz. It's just incredible how good I feel and how grateful I am and how much it has readjusted me without going to any chiropractor or just using my own hands, just in my own time, just always having that on me. There are some fancy machines that I've been using called The Healy, Healy. It's a little more expensive, but the owner of the property that I run these retreats on had it in the living room when I got injured, so I've been using it. It basically is an electromagnetic field of high vibration frequencies, but this is the OG, so this is another version. But there are things like the Healy that can be just as supportive because you don't actually have to consistently be doing it. You can really just receive. Because it's Earth Day, I want to finish with what happened actually after I left Cambodia and Vietnam from filming the challenge season 40 when I got eliminated. I just couldn't stop writing. This was a book that I got from Hariharalaya. It's a retreat in Cambodia that I went to, and there was just so much beauty that happened. But because it's Earth Day, Earth Week, I wanted to share some of these writings. Problem: broken people trying to fix a broken world. Solution: heal self. Healed self helps heal others. Our healing heals the broken world. We are taking too long and we are running out of time. We must see the broken as much as the beauty, and see the beauty as much as the broken, so that we can equally create the world we desire. This all starts with our own mirror. A basic guide to healing oneself. Number 1, no one is coming to save you. Number 2, your pain is your gift. Number 3, those you blame are your greatest teachers. Number 4, you are exactly on time. Practically speaking, number 1, you are dehydrated. You are. Listen to my podcast about hydration with Isabel Friend. Number 2, you need to breathe. The sound healing does not work unless you breathe, right? Breathing moves it through. Number 3, you need to sleep. Number 4, you are completely overstimulated by information and inputs, by your work, by coffee. You're overstimulated. Number 5, it is time to feel. Feel your shit. You can't run away from it. We feel to heal. Thank you for joining me for another Meathead Hippie podcast. Please comment what you learned and what you'd like to learn more about. I'm so grateful to be just so fully myself and moving the way I'm moving. Look at this, it's crazy. I don't even believe it. It's like it didn't even happen, but it did happen, and I transformed, and I'm going to take every single lesson that I learned and I'm going to teach it to you guys, because I know that pain is something that can be such a gift, but is also so intimately interwoven with our darkest fears, our darkest shadows. We fear pain, and this is the moment to say, no, I'm not going to fear pain. I'm going all in on it. Thank you, Maui Nui, for feeding me and nourishing me and giving me high quality proteins in a world that doesn't know how to give high quality proteins. Thank you, Sound. Thank you, Life. If you're interested in the Challenge Retreat Season 2, there's some spots available, but they are going fast. This is 2 times a year. We're about to launch the one for spring 2026, which is all women, but the co-ed one, which will be so incredible with Nehemiah and Ryan and a couple other beautiful humans that you might know from the show, are coming to join me September 10th through 14th. And it is an incredible event that will change your life, but I do need you to start training and preparing, because we don't need anything. We don't need any injuries. Sometimes they happen. We know that. But we don't need any unnecessary injuries. So do your balance training, incline walking, buy my Challenge Retreat program that can help you prepare completely and entirely. And I will see you all soon. Mwah!